Today, I am reviewing the GoPro MAX2 action camera. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. The GoPro MAX2 is one of those cameras that really forces you to rethink how you capture video. For years, the main argument against 360 cameras was that the resolution just wasn't high enough to make a cropped, traditional-looking video look sharp. You were essentially shooting in a circle and then zooming in so far that the footage looked soft. With the MAX2, GoPro has finally pushed into 8K, and that extra pixel density changes everything. It means that when you are editing your footage in the Quik app and you decide to punch in on a specific angle, the image actually holds up. It feels like you are getting a legitimate, high-quality video out of a device that technically recorded everything in every direction at once. If you are curious about the current price or want to dive deeper into the technical specifications, you can find links to check out the details right below this video. When you hold the MAX2, it feels like a classic GoPro. It is sturdy, it has that reliable, rubberized grip, and it doesn't feel like a delicate piece of glassware, even with those dual lenses. Speaking of the lenses, one of the most practical upgrades here is that they are easily replaceable. If you have ever owned a 360 camera, you know that the lenses are usually the first thing to get scratched. Knowing that you can swap out a lens in the field without needing a specialized toolkit or having to send the camera back for a factory repair is a massive relief. It makes you a lot more willing to actually use the camera in high-stakes environments like mountain biking or skiing, where a rock or a branch could easily ruin a non-replaceable lens. The core strength of this camera is the way it handles capture. The set-it-and-forget-it aspect of 360 video is honestly its biggest selling point. If you're trying to film yourself doing something, whether it is a hike, a ride, or just hanging out with friends, you don't have to worry about framing. You just mount it on a pole, hit the record button, and get the shot. The invisible mount feature is where the magic really happens. When you use a compatible extension pole with the January 4th, 20 thread on the bottom, the camera effectively removes that pole from the frame. It looks like you have a personal camera operator flying a drone around you, which provides that unique, third-person perspective that is incredibly hard to get any other way. However, the experience is not without its limitations. While 8K resolution is a huge step forward, you have to remember that processing 360 footage is hardware-intensive. If you are planning to edit this on a 5-year-old laptop, you're going to have a rough time. The Quik app does a lot of the heavy lifting, and it is great for quick, social media-ready clips where you want to punch out a video in a few taps. But if you're looking to do more professional, deliberate editing, you will need a device that can handle the sheer amount of data this thing is pushing. It is a powerful tool, but it requires the right workflow to really make it shine. The audio setup is also worth mentioning. With 6 microphones, the spatial audio is genuinely impressive for an action camera. It does a solid job of narrowing in on where the sound is coming from relative to how you frame your video. If you are talking to the camera, the audio focuses forward. If you are capturing the environment, it preserves that 360 soundscape. While it won't replace a dedicated shotgun microphone for a cinematic production, for vloggers and action sports creators, it is a significant step up from the audio quality you get on standard single-lens cameras, especially when there is wind involved. I have spent time looking at how the software integrates with the hardware, and the integration is quite smooth. You can toggle between 360 mode and a traditional single-lens mode. This is important because not every shot needs to be a full spherical capture. Sometimes you just want a standard 4K action shot with that iconic, ultra-wide GoPro look. Having a device that serves as both a powerful 360 creative tool and a competent traditional action cam makes the value proposition much stronger. You aren't just carrying a niche gadget, you're carrying a versatile camera that can handle almost anything you throw at it. Battery life is another point of discussion. It ships with the Enduro battery, which is designed for better performance in colder temperatures and generally longer runtimes. However, when you are cranking the camera up to its full 8K 360 potential, you are going to burn through power. If you are out for a full day of shooting, you are definitely going to want a spare battery or a power bank. It is the reality of pushing high-resolution, high-bitrate video through a small form factor, and it is something you should budget for if you are planning long-form adventures. The touchscreen is functional, but let's be realistic, it is small. Because the camera has to accommodate the 2 large lenses and the battery, the screen is limited in size. Navigating the menu is fine for changing basic settings or starting a recording, but if you are doing complex configuration, it can be a bit fiddly. I find myself doing most of my heavy lifting for settings via the app on my phone anyway, which is much more comfortable than squinting at a tiny display. If you are a solo creator, a mountain biker, or someone who travels and hates missing the perfect shot because you are looking at your screen instead of the view, this camera is almost tailor-made for you. It solves the biggest issue in action videography, the fear of missing out. You catch everything, and you decide what the best angle was after the fact. It is also a fantastic tool for people who want those impossible drone-like shots without actually having to fly a drone. On the other hand, if you are a purist who only cares about the absolute highest fidelity, low-light, cinematic imagery, you might still find yourself reaching for a full-frame mirrorless camera. Even with a jump to 8K, 360 cameras still struggle in very dark environments compared to larger sensors. If your work is primarily nighttime or extreme low light, this might not be your primary camera. It is a tool for action, movement, and capturing the moment, not necessarily for slow, moody, tripod-based cinematography. Value-wise, you have to consider what this replaces. If you are going to buy an action camera and a secondary 360 camera, the Max2 essentially allows you to consolidate your kit into one device that is waterproof and rugged. The ease of replacing the lenses is a feature that I think will pay for itself the first time you drop your camera on a rock. For most people who are serious about their content but don't want to carry a bag full of equipment, the balance between features, durability, and resolution makes this a very well-rounded package. Ultimately, the GoPro MAX2 feels like the moment 360-degree video finally matured. It is no longer just a gimmick or a fun experiment. It is a reliable, high-resolution production tool that fits in your pocket. It has its quirks, like any piece of tech, and it demands a bit more from your computer when it comes time to edit, but the trade-off is the ability to capture moments that were previously impossible to get. It is a camera that encourages experimentation because you know that even if you didn't frame the shot perfectly in the heat of the moment, the footage is there, waiting for you to find it.